Hello viewers, welcome to this amazing video of how do you create a vision board. Now for those of you who aren't aware of what a vision board exactly is, let me just tell you a little bit about it before I move into how do you create a vision board. So I want you to understand that vision board is directly a product of law of attraction. Now what is law of attraction? Law of attraction is a very deep, a profound law which believes that whatever you truly want will definitely show up in your life. So your thoughts actually have a potential of becoming things. Rather than having a potential of becoming things, I would say the thoughts actually become things. So whatever you think about, it's going to materialize in your life sooner or later. So that's, a very short version of law of attraction. But this video is not about law of attraction, hence I'm not explaining you law of attraction entirely. But what this video definitely focuses on is a vision board. Now I want you to understand that whenever we pray, and if our prayers do not have anything specific, anything definite, it's actually like confusing the universe as to what is it that you really want. And let me tell you, universe loves energy. The law of attraction proves the law of attraction is one of the very beautiful ways to understand that the more clear you are for what is it that you want in your life, the better it is for the universe to start giving you that, to start putting you to start putting the people in your life, the things in your life that are going to take you closer to your goals or to your dreams. That's how the law of attraction works. Now when I say that there is something called a vision board, what I'm actually trying to say is, if you have a clear picture of what all things do you need in every category of your life, and if you somehow are able to put it on paper, put it as pictures on one big board, it's going to be very easy for you to bring everything that you think about to reality. Everything that your thoughts are about, your imagination is about, your deepest desires are about. If you want each of this to come true, vision board is one of the tools that can help you achieve everything that you desire very, very soon, maybe sooner than even you have expected it to be. So that's the entire science about a vision board. Now, when you're making a vision board, there are certain things that you need to keep in mind, because often there are people who would learn the entire law of attraction, who would understand the law of attraction, but when it comes to actually giving their vision board a shape, they tend to make a few mistakes, because of which chances are that whatever they have desired does not come true, or it takes a lot of time to come true, or maybe they are not attracting what they truly want with the best of their energies. So I want you to understand there are certain things which you must do when you're creating a vision board. Let's go and understand these things step by step, one by one, so that at the end of the last point you get a complete idea of how do you create your own vision board. Number one that you need for your vision board is to visualize your dream life. Now all of you, we all have desires in every category of our life. So when we say that we want to be X weight, so that's our goal for health category. So if you want to have a certain bank balance in your account by the end of next year, that's your financial category. For some of you who want to have your relationships to blossom in a certain way, that's your goal. That's your imagination for the relationship area of your life. Similarly, I want you all to sit down today and see what is it that you want in every area of your life, and then you have to understand as if you're going backwards. So let me give you an example to make my point clear to you. Let's say we are talking about how amazing 2020 was. Now we are able to talk about how amazing 2020 was because we have already experienced 2020 in the past. So whatever events were best to you, whatever events you cherished, those events you talk about with so much love and affection because you have experienced it in reality in the last year. Now what I want you to do is, the way you speak about the gone years with picking up beautiful things that happen to you with a lot of excitement, I want you to start thinking of what are the things you would love to talk about in 2023 about 2022? Let me repeat that for you. What are the things that you would love to talk about in the year 2023 but about the year 2022? So imagine, you're talking about, I so enjoy taking my children to the Disneyland. I so enjoyed strolling with my husband in the morning, during my walks. I so enjoyed wearing my perfect clothes when I was my perfect weight. Okay, when I am in my perfect weight. So you have to think, what are all the things that you would love to have in your life in the year 2022? Imagine you're talking about it in the year 2023 with so much excitement, so much affection, so much love. That's the kind of energy which is going to help you attract tremendous amount of magnetic energy into your life. So I want you to start dreaming and start thinking about what are the things that you really want to have in all the areas of your life. Now there are more than 7 areas if I sit and explain it to you, but there are basic areas like finances, like health, like relationships. If you even right now are able to block these 3 areas of your life and think about what is it that you would love to have in each of these categories, you are super sorted for point number 1. Let me now move to my point number 2. My point number 2 is decide your values. Now, so many of us hate doing certain things because it is against our values. Now, if you ask me when I'm setting my intentions or I'm visualizing my next year, when it comes to work, the first thing that's going to come to my mind is wherever I'm working, however I'm working, I would always love to have my children around me. That means one of the values that I have associating to my work is having my family always around me. Now, it may not be the value which you have. Some of us, in fact, believe in working overseas, working in a foreign country and letting the family be in the hometown or, with the near and dear ones. We working somewhere else. It all depends on what is it that you want, what is your value system. Some of us are very comfortable in a career. Some of us actually want to have our own business. Some of us are in fact also having our own businesses. All in all, that I want you to understand is it's very important whatever you want resonates with your values. I do not want anybody of you to make big goals, big dreams, have big aspirations, but those aspirations and goals clash with your values. If at all that happens, let me tell you, you're not going to attract the kind of things that you actually want to attract, deeply want to attract, because those things will not resonate with the value system that you have. So make sure you note down all your values that you will every time stick to, come what may. Let me now go to my third point. My third point is I want you all to be very clear with what are the roles that you play. So let's say, for example, if I was supposed to do this, I would have written one of my roles is my relationship with my own self. The second is I'm a mother. The third is I'm a wife. The fourth is, I'm a daughter. The fifth is I'm a sister. The sixth is I'm a daughter-in-law. I'm a sister-in-law. So these are all the roles. These are all the relationship roles or any roles that we all play in our life. Once you're very clear with all the roles that you play, it will be easier for you to understand what is it that you want for every single role. So let's say, for example, you want to be a very good daughter to your family. You want to help your family morally, financially. It will only be possible once your role as a daughter is very clearly defined in your head. So I want you to be very sure of all the roles that you play. Today, sit with your notepad and a pen and do this exercise to make sure that you're aware of every single role that you're playing. The next few points are entirely dependent on the role point. So I want you to get the role point absolutely nicely. The next point I want you to understand is what are your goals for every single role. So let's say, for example, as a daughter, one of my goals is to be very, is to be 24/7 available to my parents. As a wife, one of my goals is to spend, 2 hours a day undivided, or I would say non-distracted with my husband. As a As a mother, my goal is to take my children out every weekend, spend 2 hours of every day, everyday playtime with my children. If at all I'm not able to do justice on the time front in some week, I make sure that I compensate in the next week. I don't know what these goals are. I'm just giving you examples as to there are certain roles that we all play, and with every role there is a goal that we have in our mind. So I want you today, for every role, at least write 3 goals. So as a daughter, what are the 3 goals you have in your head? As a mother, what are the 3 goals you have in your head? As a wife, what are the 3 goals you have in your head? In such a way, for every role, you must have 3 goals. That's going to give you super clarity. Remember, I told you, universe loves clarity. The clearer you are, the better it is for the universe to endow you with all the blessings that it has in store for you. My last point, I'm so sorry, it's not the last. The next point that I would love for you to do is select your top 10 goals. Now, what do I mean by this? Suppose you have written 10 roles and you have written 3 goals for each role. That means by the time you finish writing the goals for the last role, you have 30 points with you. 10 roles and 3 goals for every point. That comes to 30 goals already with you. The next step is select the top 10 goals. Do not select goals specifically from each role, but I want you to select your top 10 goals. Whatever that, you have 30 goals ka list, just select the top 10 that you actually want to pay a lot of attention to and you're not comfortable if it gets compromised. So select your top 10 goals. After you select your top 10 goals, I want you to select one goal on which every other goal depends upon. So let's say, for example, one of the goals that I have is to become the next super speaker of India. And I really know this is one goal on which every other goal actually depends on, or I know that if one big goal is satisfied, it's very easy for me to then achieve the remaining goals. So I want you to identify out of all the 10 goals that you have written, which is that one big goal. Some people call it the big, hairy, audacious goal. So what is that one big goal on which your other few goals depend? Or if that one goal is satisfied, then the other goal's satisfaction is not that great a problem for you. So that's one very big goal that you must note down. My next point is affirmations. What do you mean by affirmations? Affirmations are certain mantras, certain sentences that help you visualize your goals, that help you to make sure that you keep chanting, that you actually keep cheating your mind as if that goal has already come true. Let me give you an example here. So if I were to write a goal about my business, so let's say, for example, I'm writing an affirmation for my business, so I'm going to write it like this: I am so enjoying conducting live webinars for a group of 1,000 people in the same room, and I am loving the kind of energy and money flowing out of it. So you see, how did I make this sentence? How did I make this affirmation? Though my affirmation was a little longer, I would love for you to have affirmations which are shorter. You can actually say it in one breath. How do you know, all the old mantras that we have, the mythological mantras that we have, Om Namah Shivaya, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo, Om Shri Saraswati Mata Namo Namah. These are affirmations, these are mantras. The same way, I want you to create an affirmation for all the top 10 goals that you have selected. It could be health goal, it could be a family goal, it could be a financial goal, but do have an affirmation. When you have an affirmation and you keep chanting this affirmation once every morning, it's going to make sure that it trains your brain. One of the beautiful things about our brain is our brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. So when you say an affirmation every single day in your mind is actually going to start to feel that it's happening in the real world. When that sort of power comes in your brain, that your brain actually starts to feel that every powerful thought is happening, that's where the power that you have gets connected to the universal power, and the universe actually makes sure what you have been chanting, what you have been affirming actually becomes true. That's so wonderful, and let me tell you, it's very, very profound and very powerful. Do try this. Affirmations are very important and it works. It definitely works if you do it with a lot of belief and a lot of trust within you. Let me go to my next point. So my next point that I have for you is visualization. Now I want you to do one very beautiful thing after you have done the previous steps. I want you to have a mental video of all the goals that you have made. So whatever goals you have written, start to imagine those goals in the form of a video. So let's say, for example, one of my goals for the 2022 is to take my children to Disneyland. I am going to have a mental video of it. I'm going to actually visualize the kind of weather that I want Disneyland to have. The comfortable clothes my children are wearing, the kind of happiness I'm seeing on their face when they're meeting their favorite cartoon characters. I'm actually going to, sense it. When I say the word visualization, I just don't mean that you have to see it. I want you to start feeling it. You must feel that, when whatever you're visualizing comes true, what is it that you will be feeling? What are the kind of, what is the kind of environment that you want? How will the clouds look on that day? How will the smiles on the people around you will be? What are you going to feel like? You're going to feel cold, you're going to feel warm, you're going to have goosebumps, the kind of, happiness you're going to feel. Everything comes under visualization. So when I say visualization, I mean have a mental video of every goal that you want to achieve. That's going to make the entire process of a vision board so very powerful. Last but not the least, I want you to have pictures for your vision board. Now what is this? This is actually the practical stuff that you need to do. So I want you to either take a book or take a big cardboard. If you're taking a book, take a very big book, like a drawing book sort of a thing, and then I want you to sit down and start to choose pictures from Google. So let's say, for example, I want to take my children to Disneyland. I'm going to search for pictures of Disneyland, and I'm going to take the picture from Google, take a printout, a color printout, and stick it on this big board. That is one of my visions for my children. The next thing that I want to do is I want to become the next super speaker of India. I'm going to take the super speaker banner, I'm going to download it, and I'm going to stick it on the vision board. And I am going to constantly, every morning, not constantly, I don't want you to get attached to your goals. Every morning I'm going to see it to remind myself that that's the place I want to be in. And when I be there, the kind of energy I'm going to feel is next level. So I want you to start to feel that. So select pictures which actually make you feel what you would really want to feel when you have that thing. So let's say, for example, some of us would want to have one of our goals to have an X car. So select the picture of that car and put it on your vision board. For some of us it is a house. So take the picture of the house that you are looking out for, the kind of house that you want, and put it on your vision board. Let's say, for example, some of us want to look beautiful. You want to look like Deepika Padukone. So I want you to take a picture of Deepika Padukone. Put that picture. One of the things that I love to do is I'll take the picture of Deepika Padukone, but I'm going to cut the face of Deepika Padukone and put my face on it. Now that may sound crazy to you, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to visualize myself, the kind of body she has. I want to have that kind of a physique, not exactly the body, but okay, that kind of a physique, or that kind of a charm, or that kind of a charisma in my personality. So I can also do that. What I want you to do is I want you to make your vision board your own. Please understand, your vision board is a living thing. It has all the things that you would want to have in your life very soon. So please do this. Make your vision board super special, super personalized. Have a lot of pictures of all the things that you would want to have. Make it your own by putting pictures, you're smiling, your family around, whatever you want. So I would love to have my children around. My vision board definitely would have the pictures pictures of my children, the picture of my husband, me and my husband, dining, okay, going out. It will definitely have a picture where I'm taking a Zoom call, with hundreds and 500s and thousands of people in the room, my business skyrocketing. So it's going to be all, giving a shape to all the thoughts that keep going in our head. That's the beauty of creating a massive vision board. Remember one thing, last but not the least, once you have created the vision board, I want you to put a lot of trust in this vision board. You know what would trust do? Trust is going to make your vision board actually communicate to the universal energy. It's actually going to put a pressure on the universe to make everything on your vision board come true. Sooner or later, I don't know. It's not that, I'm bargaining time with the universe through the vision board, but I'm actually putting out my desires there, and I'm going to put out the trust that whatever I'm doing is definitely going to come true. So that was vision board for you. I would love for you to actually create a vision board and check for yourself how powerfully it works. Once you have tried this, I would also love for you to tell me how was your experience with this vision board. I'm going to wait to hear from you. How did you feel after you created your vision board? Or let's say, just by listening to this video, how is it that you are visualizing your future, and how much of trust do you feel you can put in creating this vision board, so that the vision board actually helps you attract everything that you want. It actually helps you become a magnet to everything that you want. With this, I'm going to say a goodbye. Let me tell you, I so enjoyed creating this video for you, and with this trust, I'm wrapping up that you enjoy this video as much as I did. Thank you so much.